Hello friends, if you're new, welcome to my channel. Welcome back to my fans and subscribers. I really appreciate you. Today's topic, Jehovah's Witnesses, compromises with the world. Gee, and they say they don't compromise. Anyway, nothing else I need to say. Let's get on with the video. In the spring of 1918, when Watchtower leaders faced imprisonment, they were more obliging about war. In the past, Rutherford and his cronies had been outspoken when any Bible student supported the Allies. In the June 1st and 15th, 1918 Watchtower, however, the attitude was more amicable. In fact, they encouraged the Bible students to join other Americans in a national day of prayer for an Allied victory, and they were now able to purchase war bonds. This change caused trouble in the Bible student movement and became the primary reason for the steadfast schism. After Rutherford and his associates were released from prison in 1919, Watchtower retracted its 1918 statements of compromise. A much more serious attempt at compromise with Satan's world would soon come, however, when Watchtower officers tried to ingratiate themselves with Germany during World War II. While it is widely known that Jehovah's Witnesses suffered in camps during World War II, most people, including witnesses, don't know that in the spring of 1933, Watchtower leaders pretty much proclaimed their fealty to the German government by making undeniable anti-Semitic statements in the Declaration of Facts. Watchtower has since tried to claim that this declaration was a call for Jehovah's Witnesses to oppose the oppression of the German government, when in fact it was an attempt to pacify German leaders. The branch lied to the German leaders when it wrote in a letter that Watchtower leaders were sent to prison in the U.S. because Rutherford refused to let the Watchtower magazines be used as anti-German war propaganda. The German government was not impressed, to say the least, and began persecuting the witnesses. Only after the persecution started did Rutherford decide to oppose the German government. In his book, Crisis of Conscience, Raymond Franz revealed a sickening double standard known today as the Mexico-Malawi Scandal, yet another compromise with, quote-unquote, Satan's world. Briefly, Watchtower was uncompromising when it came to witnesses purchasing party cards in the single political party state of Malawi. Yet Watchtower leaders allowed witness men to bribe Mexican authorities to avoid being conscripted in that nation. These bribes allow Mexican men to illegally obtain a certificate which states that they have finished compulsory year of military service and places them in the military reserves. This stance in Mexico may all come down to property and the almighty dollar. In fact, I think that it does, but I cannot prove it. In this nation, no churches or religious organizations can own real estate. Legally, they have the right to use buildings for places of worship, but all churches, temples, and synagogues are owned by the nation. To get around this, Watchtower has been incorporated as a cultural organization. Taking issue with compulsory military service might get them into trouble with the Mexican authorities and lead to the nationalization of their property. We now have a clear picture of how Watchtower relates to secular states, but how do they stand on matters of the economy? Well, they don't think the Bible teaches socialism, which is hilarious because if you read the New Testament carefully, you will find out that that is exactly what it teaches, the redistribution of wealth. However, Watchtower has some wealthy businessmen in the West. For years, they did not like capitalism, although their own business dealings thrive in a capitalistic society. Pastor Russell viewed this type of economy as greedy and exploitative. Since the 1940s, this view has shifted dramatically. Counsel is occasionally given on the just price, just wage principle, but far more attention is paid to the ethical conduct of workers than to employers. Evidence from their teachings points to Watchtower being far more sympathetic toward management than labor. It's not hard to figure out where this attitude comes from. Today, the organization is run much more like a business, with the accompanying need for people with managerial skills. It has also been investing in stock markets for quite some time. Whatever happened to not being part of the world? Guess that went out the window. Of course, the society tries to avoid class conflicts within the ranks of its people. They believe this would divert attention from kingdom interests. Yeah, right. More like it would divert attention from working for Watchtower. Because they believe this old system is passing away, the society urges them not to express opinions on economy. As if this wasn't enough hypocrisy overload, they have quite strong opinions about moral issues that become political issues. For instance, they have no objection to the death penalty, and they see abortion, gambling, legal homosexuality, and pornography as social poison. Yet, unlike other Christians and Jews, they don't support any legislation that would enforce these views. Their answer is Christ's kingdom, which, by the way, is built on the corpses of nearly 8 billion people. So if you're a Jehovah's Witness, you have to be okay with the slaughter of 8 billion people. Still, Jehovah's Witnesses do not hesitate to use legal action and even illegal action when necessary if they feel that their freedom of religion is being impinged, such as in the area of blood transfusions. Well, friends, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit that like button, press the subscribe button, and if you want to know when I come out with new content, hit the bell next to the subscribe button. My Twitter, Discord, email, and PayPal links are in the description, along with the source that I used for this episode. If you wish to get in contact with me, Twitter is the best way, followed by email. Also, please leave comments in the comment section. Not only do I love hearing from you, but it also triggers the YouTube algorithm. You can make requests down there as well. And I do not police my comments, but please be civil. Keep learning and searching for truth. Here are a few videos from my library. If you have not watched them, go ahead and watch them and tell me what you think. Until next time, friends, stay safe and goodbye.